Welcome to the GGNORE tournament.
Alright, welcome back for Game 2 on Bluestorm between Gretorp and PsyonicReaver. And yeah, we have Gretorp spawning in the top right as the white Terran. And then we have PsyonicReaver spawning in the bottom left as the brown Protoss. So yeah, PsyonicReaver went for a very cheesy opening in Game 1. And it looked like he really disrupted his opponent's economy line. But then it kind of backfired and he allowed too much vulture harassment and... But really, I don't know if the cannons, I felt the Zealots they did alright, you know, but then he went for the cannons, and all Gretorp did was just switch to his natural expansion, really made the best decision in my opinion, and he never even thought back, he never even went back to kill those cannons. He just completely just realized that if he could, to get some vulture harassment, then he could crush his opponent with just a simple, couple tanks and a vultures and etc. So it does look like PsyonicReaver, is this cheese? No, never mind, sorry. Setting up the pylon here, and oh my gosh, I thought we were going to see a proxy, but we're not. False alert. Alright, so just going to send the scouting SCV, and if you can keep that alive, as long as, the longer the better, and because you just keep it alive and you can delay your opponent's tech tree, and then you can see exactly what they're doing here. SCV going over, and he is checking actually for, PsyonicReaver, you are a cheese master, although the cheese failed in Game 1. Gretorp's checking in his own base, making sure there's no gateway going up, because really Gretorp feels if Psionic doesn't cheese, then Gretorp's in a great situation, and Gretorp feels pretty confident that he can beat PsyonicReaver in any style of mid or late game, in any means. Now the gateway warping up, he's actually keeping the gateway outside, so we could see an early Zealot. Did double gateway in Game 1, but the assimilator now going up, so we're not going to see a double gateway in this, although we could see an early Zealot to try to put some pressure on, try to get his opponent possibly to think defensively. Doing a nice job of actually keeping this probe alive, although it almost is going to die. Barracks now warping in, and now scouting SCV has arrived. He's going to see the gateway outside, so he's going to know that we could possibly be seeing an early Zealot, although it doesn't look like he's actually going to make that early Zealot. So Cybernetics Core now warping in, so it does look like this one's going to be much more standard. We could possibly be it doesn't mean that DTs or anything are out of play for PsyonicReaver, but we're not going to see early Zealot pressure, it doesn't look like. So scouting SCV just going to kind of chill here and delay anything else from coming through, delaying another scouting probe, and actually PsyonicReaver still has his scouting probe alive, so really doing a decent job at that. Marine will be popping out soon enough and should be able to take care of that SCV though. Or scouting probe, excuse me. But yeah, a couple shoutouts. Thank you to Magnum for providing the money. None of it would happen without you. Thank you, Magnum and 7th Empire. 7th Empire, a great StarCraft clan, really on the rise here and actually doing pretty decent in the Yankee League. So congratulations to them and shout out to Magnum, who will be providing the winner with the money. So yeah, thank you for that. And Marine still not being able to chase down this probe. This is a mighty probe. He's not going to die. He is not going down. PsyonicReaver realizes if he can keep that probe alive as long as he can, the longer the better, really. It's just, I mean, you can completely delay your opponent. And, yeah, games are starting to get better. I really recommend, if you haven't already, to check out the first round of 8 game. It was between Captain Commando and Shawnee, and it was really fun, especially Game 1. You saw ballers at their best. Anyways, scouting SCV going to come in here, and really, PsyonicReaver's not going to have any luck taking that SCV out for a second here. Robotics facility warping inside. He's going to know that sorry, I can't talk right now. That the robotics facility is warping in. He's going to see this, so he could possibly be thinking his opponent's going Reavers, although I don't think that's the call. And starting on the command center here, so really, PsyonicReaver, Gretorp is going to beat PsyonicReaver to the natural expansion. So Gretorp can keep this natural expansion safe, then he's going to take a great economic lead. But PsyonicReaver actually did see that SCV with the probe right now, so PsyonicReaver is going to take this expansion, probably pump out a couple goons, and then expand again. But he's got to be careful, though, just because this is kind of, in a way, a Terran favoring map in just a simple way, because you can stand right here outside your natural, and you can blast away the Nexus. So that's something we possibly could see. It's not too uncommon. You do see it in like every pro game that you watch in TVP on Bluestorm. But Bluestorm is by far one of the best maps. It's lasted so many seasons, so long, and really just an all-time one of the best maps in my opinion. It's just even balanced and really fun to play on. Although Goon's AI can get very frustrating on a map like this, just because just because they have to walk around and you have to shift click them everywhere. Scouting SCV, PsyonicReaver lets the Scouting SCV come in again, so now he sees the observatory, so Gretorp knows that he's not going to have to fear Reavers, so now his early natural expansion could be a great, really, Gretorp could be he's in a great situation right now. If PsyonicReaver would have went to Reaver, then possibly he could have been, Gretorp could have been in trouble having the 2 bases to defend here, but PsyonicReaver has went for the obs, and now this Nexus is warping in. I expect him to double expand. That's usually the common counter for PvT when your opponent gets the 1 fact into Expo. 2 vultures coming across the map, so we are going to see some harassment, and hopefully it doesn't go as bad as game 1. He does have goons in the correct place here, so hopefully he can hold this off without too much damage here, and because, I mean, he was down to 8 probes like 10 minutes into the game. You're not going to win many games like that if it's like that. PsyonicReaver going to actually let these vultures get in. 1 vulture is going to go down, but the other vulture will get in here, and here come more and more probes. 1 probe down, 2 probes down, 3 probes down. Yeah, so actually going to kill it with a probe, not the goons. What worthless goons. But yeah, setting up mines here, so I think we could be seeing possibly another expansion from Gretorp, but that would be absolutely a very macro-heavy game. And this is a very, wow, this is a different place for PsyonicReaver's natural expansion, or for his second expansion. Usually you do see the Protoss, or on this map, you usually expand right outside your opponent's base. So this expansion would actually be Gretorp's expansion, and then PsyonicReaver's would be up here in the black screen. But yeah, PsyonicReaver's going to change things up a little bit, and I don't think it'll really hurt. I mean, yeah, maybe it'll be a less likely spot for Gretorp to scout. Maybe that's why PsyonicReaver's doing it like that, but he is doing the correct thing. His opponent did go for a 1 fact into Expo, so he is double expanding. So yeah, PsyonicReaver, actually, it's kind of funny. He, in the intro video, when you hear, welcome to the GGNORE StarCraft tournament. That is actually PsyonicReaver's voice, and kind of goes along with the whole thing of having callers say GG, and because PsyonicReaver beats him with carry.